Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining our weekly absolute meeting that we have here. This is our weekly meeting. I didn't mean to refer to us as the absolute Atomians team. That's Royal Master Daniel and Jennifer Lim's meeting. But here we are for our Sunday morning meeting or Sunday evening, depending on where you're at. But here we are. Today's agenda, we're going to start with our company motto. Today, we're going to talk about the My Why, our reason for doing Atomy, and then have some open sharing time, followed by some announcements, and then the Atomy motto once again. This is our wonderful company motto. Do I have any volunteers who'd like to lead the company motto? Going once, going twice? Looks like I'll do the company motto then today. All right, wonderful. Company motto, go ahead and unmute yourself. Everybody unmute. Here we go. Company motto, ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go. Cherish the spirit.
Create the vision.
Follow the
The
faith.
faith.
Serve in
Serve in
humility.
humility.
Aja. All right, wonderful. Very, very good. Let's see. Mary, I'm gonna mute you. There we go. Let's do something here. Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our lesson for today. Today, we are going to be talking about my why. This is your reason for doing the Atomy business, your purpose, the thing that motivates you the most every day to push through all your barriers, push through the hard times, push through those times when your team's not growing or those times when nobody's buying products and you just think it's not working. We have to have a reason, a purpose, a why that we're doing the Atomy business. There are going to be times when things are going great and you're earning income and the points are coming up. But then there's going to be times when it just seems like nobody's buying any products or the team's not growing. And so that's the thing that's going to help get you up out of bed in the morning to keep pursuing your dreams. The very first thing is we need to dream bigger. I want all of you to just take a moment and imagine what your life would be like, your ideal life, 3 to 5 years from now. If money were not a problem, how would you live? Where would you live? What kind of house would you have? What kind of home would you want for your family? Would it be a bigger house? Maybe one with a swimming pool? Maybe one without any polar bears? I don't know. Maybe, you want a bigger house, something with more rooms or an extra bathroom. Or maybe you want just a single floor home. As you get older, climbing up and down stairs might be something you don't want to do anymore. Or maybe you want a multi-level home. What experiences would you like to give your grandchildren and loved ones? We spend a lot of time buying gifts for people, buying things for people. But the things that most of us remember is not the toys, it's not the gifts, it's the experiences that we had with certain people, the places we went to, the trips we went on. The things that we experienced together, those are the things that people remember the most. Now, I remember a lot of things from my childhood, but I don't remember many of the toys. I remember the experiences, the places that my mom took me or my dad took me. Those were the things that I cherished the most. So, what experiences do you want to give your children? Things that they're going to remember. And then, what places would you like to travel to? Maybe you have some goals of different countries you'd like to visit. You know, wouldn't it be nice to be free to go and travel? Last year, when my wife and I went on our Sharon Rosemaster trip to Cancun, Mexico, and I was laying there on the beach, just enjoying the view, I realized that if I keep pursuing Atomy, if I keep pursuing the dream, this will become my reality more often than not. Sitting on a beach, earning income, having free time with my family. It was a beautiful, beautiful trip. What would your ideal daily life look like? What routine would you have if you didn't have to worry about money at all? If you had everything that you needed? And what kind of person do you want to become? A lot of times we once we start dreaming bigger, we start seeing ourselves bigger, we start seeing our life bigger, and that's going to change us as a person. Do you want to be more charitable? Do you want to, be more entertaining? What do you want to, be a leader? Do you see yourself standing on a big Success Academy stage one day in front of your entire team? Imagine that. And then what would make you truly happy and fulfilled? Absolutely, truly happy and fulfilled. That's what we need to do. We need to dream bigger. But we have to start with our current reality. Growth starts with honesty. We're not perfect. We all have struggles in our lives. We all have things that we need to challenge ourselves to push through. What stresses you out the most? Is it your health? Is it the fact that you might have two jobs, or you might not have a job at all, or you might not have the job you like? What stresses you the most? Is it the bills coming in every month? And you know, what financial challenges are you currently facing? Do you have enough money coming in to pay all of your bills and then still have some left over at the end of the month? Or what do you wish you had more time for? That freedom of time is a very important thing. When you don't have to set an alarm clock, when you can just get up and go throughout your day, and having free time to go where you want. Or what are you tired of in your current situation? Or what worries you about your future? Do you have enough money saved for retirement? When you get elderly, are you going to be taken care of? Are you going to be able to retire comfortably? And what would happen if nothing changed in the next 5 years? What would happen if your life today was the same 5 years from now? Think about that for a moment. And then how would your life improve if you had extra income? I'm not even talking about becoming imperial master. I'm talking about just having extra income coming in. Wouldn't it be nice to have an extra $1,000 coming in every month, or an extra $500 coming in every month? That would be great. Just think about that. An extra $500, that's a car payment and gas in the car, or whatever, food on the table. It's extra money coming in. Start thinking about that. Don't think about the imperial master yet. That'll come. But think about just that extra income coming in and how that would change your life. To be able to have extra income to just go on a trip whenever you wanted. Or maybe you want to think about your family, your relationships. Many people discover that their strongest why through the people they love. It's the relationships that we have with people. Who are the most important people in your life? The people that you really truly care about. The people that, if there was a zombie apocalypse and you needed to protect people, who would that be? Your family, your children, your parents, your loved ones? How would financial freedom help your family? How would it secure your future? Would it give you a sense of security? Or what kind of future do you want for your children and your grandchildren? You know, maybe the job market that our children are going to face is going to be definitely going to be different than the way it is today. So having that extra income coming in is really going to help them with a foundation for their future. And what sacrifices have your parents or family made for you? Have you thought about that? Thought about the struggles that they went through and the things that the life that they had when they were growing up and how things are so much different today? My mom and my dad didn't grow up with cell phones and the internet and all of those conveniences, but now we have them and we take them for granted. So think about the jobs that they had and the things that they had to do in order to just put food on the table. Maybe you're making some sacrifices. Maybe you had to leave your family to go for a job and go work somewhere. That's a sacrifice that you're making for your loved ones. And then how would you like to give back to them? How would you like to give back to your parents or your family, the people that helped you get started in life? And if you became successful, who would benefit the most? Would it be you or would it be your loved ones? Would it be a charity that you support? Maybe your church? Who would benefit the most from your success? And then what legacy do you want to leave behind for your children? Think about your children and the life that they're going to have. And the fact that with Atomy's free opportunity, we can leave our account to them and all the residual income that we're earning from it, they can receive immediately. Or maybe you want to focus on your health and your lifestyle a bit. Why is your health important to you? Is it something that you really want to change? Is it something that you're really focused on? Becoming healthier? Maybe that's a focus for you. Well, what healthy habits do you want to improve? Maybe you want to have more time to exercise or go to the gym or eat healthier. And then how would better health impact your confidence and energy levels? When we're feeling healthy, we're feeling more energetic, we're feeling more confident, we're feeling bolder, we're going and doing things. Our body doesn't hurt. How would or could using quality daily products improve your health? Many of us on this Zoom call have seen an improvement in our health from switching to the Atomy brand or even just trying health supplements for the first time. Maybe you didn't know about Noni or Hemohim or some of the other health benefits or health supplements that we have. Just trying the products can help change your health in a positive way. And so, maybe that's some area you want to focus on. Maybe losing some weight. That's one of my goals. I've got just a few more months left to reach my goal. Last year I set a goal to lose 50 pounds before August of this year, and I still have about 25 to go. So I'm on my way. I can do it. And then what kind of example do you want to set for your family? You know, when you start changing, they're going to see a change in you, and that is going to be something that is going to help them make changes in their lives. Sometimes, um, it's the changes that people see in us that speak louder than the words we speak. People watch us, people are studying you, people are monitoring you and seeing if you change, or if this thing you're doing with Atomy is just another fly by night thing that you'll be switching to something different next week. They're going to watch you. They're going to see a change in you. And maybe some of you have some testimonies of things that people have said to you that they've seen the change in you, and it motivated them. And how would feeling healthier change your life? How would losing a little weight make you feel? Be able to slip into an old wardrobe, maybe your pants would fit better. I know mine do. My shirts fit better, and you feel better when you're comfortable in your clothing. So that's how it would make me feel. So changing our lifestyle, our health, is a very important thing. Because, one of the things, we can have all the money in the world coming in, but if our health is poor, it's not really going to matter. We're not going to be able to enjoy it. So health and wealth go hand in hand in the Atomy business. Chairman Park wants two things for people. He wants people to be healthy, and he wants people to be wealthy. And so by switching to the Atomy brand, you can have both of those things. Success becomes meaningful when it helps other people. Maybe you want a purpose to help others. So why did you join Atomy? What was the thing that made you finally decide to create your account? Was it because you wanted to be a consumer and use the products? That's wonderful. Or maybe you wanted to earn cash back. Or maybe you wanted to do this as a business. You saw the vision for the business aspect. What was the reason you joined Atomy? Was it because you finally got tired of your friend telling you to join and you're like, okay, I'm going to join, I'll do it? Some people are like that. And then afterwards, then they finally see the vision. What attracted you most? Was it the products or the business? Maybe you've been looking for different products. You've been looking for healthier products. Maybe you've been looking for plant-based products. Maybe that was the thing that attracted you the most. And then you found out about the business. Maybe you weren't even interested in the business. I've got a member, she is a millionaire, and she has many, many houses, and she's got her business. She makes a lot of money. She buys products every month. She loves the products. She doesn't care about doing the business. Even though she qualified as a sales master, she did that just because she was buying the products. So there's people that join Atomy for different reasons. Your reason is different than my reason, and that's okay. Everybody has their different reasons, either the products or the business or the people. Who would you love to help through this opportunity? A lot of times it's not about the money that we receive through Atomy that blesses our lives, but it's what we can do with it later. Who can we give it to? Who can we help? Is there a charity we want to support? Or maybe through Atomy, you want to, help a family member with their health issues and help educate them on the benefits of some of the products. So there's a lot of opportunity to help people. And then what impact would you like to make in your community? You know, it's one thing to travel somewhere and go help a community in a different country or do something in that regard. But there's a lot of opportunity right in our own hometowns to help change people's lives. Our sphere of influence, the people that we interact with every day, are it's a great opportunity to help change their lives and to impact their lives. Maybe a local food bank, maybe a local charity, maybe something in the community. Maybe you want to help clean up the local park so kids can go and play there without worrying about what they might encounter there. There's a lot of opportunities. And then how would you feel about helping to change someone's life? I've had that opportunity with Atomy to help change people's lives. I don't know, maybe you might be on this call. I might have helped change your life. I don't know. But we have an opportunity to serve in humility, to serve other people, and to help change people's lives. Slowly but surely, methodically, helping to improve the daily life of other people. That, for me, is a great purpose. What gifts or talents or experiences do you have that could help others? Do you know, none of us have all the knowledge. We don't have all of the talents. And that's why we work together as a team, because we all have different experiences and different backgrounds and different talents. And so we come to these meetings, we get together with our teams, and we help each other out. Maybe you're really good at creating a PowerPoint presentation and you can teach that to other people. Maybe you're really good about motivating people or helping to lead people. Your skills are very valuable in the team and helping the team. So there's a lot of things that you can do in order to help other people succeed and help your teams grow. And then why do you believe the opportunity came into your life at this time? Have you ever thought about that? That maybe now was the time? Now was the time to change? Jim Rohn once said, "For things to change, you must change. For things to be different, you must be different." And when I heard that for the first time in my life back in 1990, that's when that's when I left Minnesota and I moved to Washington State, because I realized that for things to change in my life, I needed to change. And so I came out here to Washington and reinvented my life. I started over. That was my moment when I started changing my life. And things have changed since then. But when Atomy finally came along in my life 6 years ago, well, in the beginning of 2019, that's when I finally found my purpose. I finally knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to be an Atomian. I wanted to help change people's lives. I wanted to go and motivate and encourage people. So creating your why. Now is the time to combine your thoughts into a short personal statement that will inspire you every day. Here's an example, and there's a formula to it. I'm building my Atomy business because I want to so I can, and ultimately help. If you answer those three things, it will help you identify and start creating your why. I'm building my Atomy business because I want to earn more money so I can travel more and ultimately help others do the same. Just fill in the blanks and it'll help start your Atomy why or your my why. I'm building my Atomy business because I want financial freedom so that I can spend more time with my family and help others live better. I'm using Atomy products because I want a healthier household and a better future for my children. I'm working hard today so I can create generational freedom for my family tomorrow. Today, we're laying down the foundation for the rest of your life. Today, we're laying down the foundation for your children's life. By the time we're in a nursing home, we might not be imperial masters, but we'll have some good income coming in, residual income, and you can live in the best place, being taken care of. But then your children get to inherit your account and continue on building the legacy. So, a final reflection. Take a moment to reflect and strengthen your commitment to your Atomy journey. Is my why strong enough to keep me going through difficult times? Remember those dark times when nobody's buying product and the points aren't coming up and you're not earning commission? Is your why strong enough to help push you through that? Does my why inspire emotion? Does it inspire that thrill of changing people's lives, that changing my life? Does my why make me excited about the future? Are you excited about earning $100,000 a month? Are you excited about earning $10,000 a month? How about an extra thousand a month? What would excite you about the future and the places you're going to be able to go? Would my family be proud of this purpose? The things that you want to accomplish, would they be proud of that? And am I willing to fight for this dream? You've got to be willing to fight for it. Fight the negativity from your friends and your family when they tell you it's not going to work. Fight through all of the challenges, the struggles, the fact that you might be working two jobs just to pay the rent. Fighting through knowing that if you spend a little bit of time every week, a little bit of time every day on your Atomy dream, eventually you won't have to work two jobs. Eventually you won't have to work a job at all. But you got to be willing to fight for that. So this is a questionnaire worksheet that I'll send out to everybody so that you can print this out. And this will just help you to answer questions to get you started on building your why, your dreams, and the things you want to do for your future. And then that way you can have this so that you can look at it every day and remind yourself of your why. Because it's your why that's going to motivate you to get up out of bed, get dressed, and hit the ground running every day. It's your why that's going to keep you focused. And when you have a solid why as to why you're doing the Atomy business, that's when your team is going to believe in you. That's when your team is going to follow you. And that is when you are going to start growing and you're going to become the leader that you are destined to become. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear your why. I want to hear what is your reason for joining Atomy. Why are you doing this business? Maybe who are you doing it for? Anybody like to volunteer? Share their why?
Yes, good evening, sir.
Hello,
Good
Mary.
morning, good morning, good morning. Uh, in my case, I would like to do one thing is the financial freedom. Secondly, to travel a lot, which I am very fond of, which I could not do so far. Then another issue I want to share to the society to uplift whatever we can do once finance comes. That is the main issue of my joining this. And plus, as a family, Atomy, I'm enjoying, especially your talks, motivation, which make all of us work hard.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Mary. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, it's great to have that purpose, to be able to travel and then to be able to help, change our communities and to help change other people's lives. There's so many people out there that are looking for opportunity, looking for a free opportunity to change their lives. And wouldn't it be great if you were the messenger of that opportunity to people so that they could, to finally have hope in their lives? That's a great joy. I experience it all the time when I message people around the world, just random individual people I've never met before, and I share with them the Atomy opportunity, and they're just so thankful because of it. They're just so thankful because now they have, that opportunity. 6 years ago, right now, today, I've got about 8,000 members worldwide. And I didn't have that. I didn't have that 6 years ago. We didn't have 8,000 members. When I started getting involved with my wife, I think we had about 200 people. Now there's over
Yeah.
8,000 people that are now using the Atomy products, and they're changing their lives, and they have vision and hope now. So that's wonderful. And that's just the beginning, not only for me, but for all of you. So wonderful. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Sunil.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Wonderful, wonderful, and inspiring lesson. Every day we are like whenever we have this session, and you always give us a challenge, and it's like given to us that we ourselves like how we can achieve and how can be a self-motivated person in life. So my purpose, my why is to help my team to get them success first. I will work for my team, my each member, whoever is there, and make them like to shoulder them, to stand with them, and help them to success in their life and achieve their goals. The second is that people, pastors, evangelists, so many people are keep calling, and that's my like day one onward first why, that I all always wanted to help them, but I'm also like in the not in a position to help them, so I need some help to help them. So that's why I'm doing at me to have the revival in India and do the God's work and helping all the people those are calling me. I will not say no, I cannot help. I will say yes, I'm helping you. I'm financially I wanted to help them and to do the work and go in the field and whatever their problems. We don't know. People are, so many problems are there, but there should be someone who can say, yes, I can help you. So because of war, like gas is so costly, travel is costly, vegetables are costly, everything. Living is very, very difficult. So people need some solution. So this is the solution which we can give it to them. And that's why I'm here to be a resource to give them this opportunity to get them succeed. And this is my why. That's why I am doing. And Imperial is the
Very good. Very good. Yes. Yeah, that's a great why, to be able to give back, especially when people, they come to us asking for help. I get people always ask me for help, and I wish financially I could just give and give and give, but I have limits, to that too, and so it's great to have that, to be able to be able to give back like that, and to help other people, especially like you said, people in the ministry. It's really an interesting thing that Atomy's um, Atomy's opportunity is a great opportunity for people who are in the ministry, people who are, building their churches and the things that they want to do in the ministry. It's because it's a free opportunity. The entire church can get behind it and make it grow. So there's that as well. So very good. All right. Anybody else like to share? Stella, there you go.
Yes. First of all, I joined this for myself because I earn some money and I want to help entire my family because some of in my family they are not doing so well. Secondly, I have started an NGO where there are four five motivation things are there. That is education, helping people in their medical aid, building their houses, and sponsorship, etc. So I want to help them also. That is my main motive. But I am not that much successful with my this Atomy, and then definitely Mr. Scott will help me to come up and give me courage how to come up and build this my intentions to help my family as well as entire the where I started at NGO. And secondly, I want to give a helping hand to my team people, those are below me, requesting them to do this Atomy work by and uh, collect some of the members so that the Atomy will go up. I love Atomy. I like Atomy. And I like Mr. Scott. Your teaching is very excellent for us, where we understand very, very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. That's great. Yes, I thank you for that. We have to have that purpose, and I know Stella, she was also working hard in the Leprosy Foundation in India, in the Mumbai area, throughout India, working with people who have leprosy. So Stella has always been giving more of herself to others than what she receives. So she's always doing that. That's great. And we want to encourage that. Continue to help our teams. That's the thing. If you focus on helping your team succeed, it will ultimately guarantee your success. Okay. But there's a
Yes.
lot of people that come to Atomy and they only think about their success. They only think about how can I get something? How can I earn money? How can I reach mastership? And they forget about the fact that it's their teams that they need to focus on. You focus on helping your teams, your downline members' teams succeed, helping them earn commission, helping them reach mastership levels, helping them grow their teams, doing things on a daily basis to help your team members. It ultimately guarantees your success. And so focus on other people. That's that serve in humility part of our company motto. Focus on helping other people, and it will ultimately guarantee your success. Great job, Stella. Okay, now we've heard
Thank
from
you.
India. Anybody in America have any dreams, any goals, anything they want to share?
Yeah, I can share.
Thank you, Emily.
Of course. I mean, I know I've shared my why before in one of our meetings, and just a quick, brief recap is our why for even joining and becoming a member of Atomy. It's because we were at a time in our life where Mitch could no longer do his job as a mechanic. And then right after that, we found out he needed double hip surgery. And Atomy provided at least something to keep his mind busy from going from working long hours for 15, 20 years to not being able to do that anymore. I mean, that's a huge transition. So we were able to focus on Atomy, and it provided something extra to, even if it was just a couple commissions a month initially. And I mean, we've gotten to a point where we've earned pretty consistently, at least like a commission a week. So it provided a few hundred extra dollars during his recovery time, and to continue to pay some of our bills during his recovery after his surgery. And it was not only financially helpful for us at that time, but even health wise. Hemohim has been a huge help, not only just chronic reducing needing medications, but also like mental health wise for not only us, but also our immediate and extended family, as well as Denise has shared some testimonies with it also. But our big why is helping our team, helping our aunts, helping my mother-in-law, setting up that safety net too for our kids as they are getting older. Our oldest is entering his senior year of high school. He's turning 18. They all have their own dreams and ambitions, and we want them to be able to go and do that. But we also want to be able to provide them that extra income for them to use and then their kids to use down the line too. We want to be able to have the time of freedom to be able to enjoy our kids and enjoy their kids once they have them, to be able to spend that with our parents as they're getting older, and be able to do things that we've always wanted to do. I mean, we all grow up having like, oh, someday I wish I want to do this, or I want to travel here. I want to open up a pet rescue or whatever. And being able to actually make those a reality instead of just like sitting on our bucket list, never to actually be achieved, is a huge thing for us. Someday, Mitch and I, our retirement plan is we want to get a big travel bus and just be able to drive all over the US and see all 50 states, see all the state parks and national parks, and being able to just do that leisurely instead of needing to focus on, oh, we need to get back home because I need to get back to work, or just taking a 2-week vacation. We want to turn that into a 2-year vacation or longer, you know. We also have a dream of opening up kind of not just a pet rescue, but kind of a pet mall. We want to be able to have an enclosed area for all kinds of animals to be brought, enjoy the indoor weather, like in the winters, be able to have access to all like vet care and everything kind of all in one location. And even adding a potential like hotel attached to them. So all those people who are traveling with their pets have a place where they have access to all of that and have a place to stay. So we know Atomy will get us there and not only help us be successful, but also all of our siblings and parents be successful as well. So thank you, Scott, for introducing Atomy to us just a couple of years ago.
Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a while. It was a couple of years ago. It was a while, but it took you a little while to join, but you guys joined finally because you got to that point in your life where you had learned enough about Atomy and saw that it was an opportunity to fit in, like you said, with the changes that were going through your life. So, yeah, it's been great, and you guys are doing tremendous. Mitch and Emily now, because of Atomy, they're the host of the Minnesota one-day seminar now every month in Minnesota and continuing to grow. And they put on a tremendous product presentation, one of the best that I've seen from all of the one-day seminars I've been to. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. So if you see the pictures that they post on Facebook and in our group chats, or that I post when I go there, um, you know, emulate that in your one-day seminars if you have those. Just getting those presentations together. But yeah, that's the thing. Atomy, the opportunity with Atomy can fit into your life no matter how you want it to. That's the beauty. It's not a cookie cutter, one type approach to the Atomy business. It's not everybody has to conform to Atomy. It's Atomy conforms to you, to your lifestyle, to your changes, the things that you need. So, yeah, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Emily, for sharing that. Anybody else want to share their reason for joining Atomy or what they want to get out of Atomy? We have any new people on the call? Anybody want to introduce any of the new people? Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share that worksheet in our group chats. So then that way you can print it out and you can start working on writing your my why and really thinking about your reason for doing the Atomy business. Or maybe you're not doing the business, maybe you're a consumer and that's your why. You want health access to healthier products. Not everybody has to do the business. You don't have to do the business. We talk about the business a lot, but and the reason is because we want people to earn cash back. We want people to earn, some money, right? We just don't want people to be buying products all the time. It's not about that. It's about earning money. And whether Emily said that, they were getting a commission every week. And that extra couple $100 coming in every month it's helpful, right? And but the potential is that it's an extra $1,000 a day. Think of that, right? So there's a lot of potential there. And so it'll happen if we remain faithful. And it's our my why that's going to help push us through. So I'll share that with you. I want to share one more thing. We're going to just talk about, let's see here. Where's my sharing? Here we go. So Atomy here in America, I'm going to show both for the USA and also for India. So Atomy has a thing called the N value. The N value is the calculation that is used to determine our commission. Up until now, prior to today or this month in May, in America, commissions would fluctuate. One month they'd be, or one time they'd be $55. Next, they'd be 48. And it would just fluctuate. I remember a time when the commissions were $60. My wife remembers when they were closer to $70. It's because of the end value, and the end value is calculated based on the volume of point values, the volume of points that come up on a daily basis, and then are calculated by the number of active members, people that are globally, and then the calculation is divided out, and then the commission is set for that. So in order to stabilize the commissions and to put more money back into our pockets, Atomy is now setting the end value to be $3.50 per point. Now, I'm not talking point value, I'm talking score. When you earn a commission, you earn a score for that commission. Now, when you have 10,000 points, between 10,000 points and 299,999,000 points, then that allows you to start accumulating points in your two groups, your left group and your right group. Now, when you get 300,000 points in your left side and 300,000 points in your right side, you're going to get a score of 5. And then that is a commission of $17.50. When you have 300,000 points in your own personal account, and you get 300,000 points in your left side and 300,000 points in your right side, you're going to get a score of 15 points, which is a commission then of $52.50. So that end value of $3.50 gets multiplied times the score that you get. So $3.50 times 5 will give you $17.50. $3.50 times 15 will give you $52.50. So moving forward, every commission now will be $52.50 here in the United States for a score of 15. Now, if you had 700,000 points in your own account and you get 700,000 points in your left side and 700,000 points in your right side, you'll get a score of 30. And that commission is $105. Now, it gets calculated every midnight. So at midnight, your score will be given. So keep that in mind, because a lot of people get confused by this. They think, oh, I'm just going to save up my points and get 700,000 on my left and 700,000 on my right. But if you have 700,000 on your left side, and then by midnight you reach 300,000 points on your left, your left side or your other side, you're going to get a score of 15, which is $52.50. So as an example, you have 300,000 in your own personal account. Your personal points never expire. And let's say you had 6 million points in your left side. Let's say you had a really, really strong left side, and you finally reached 300,000 points in your right side. What's your score going to be? It's going to be 15, and you're going to get $52.50. And then the score or the points in your left group and your right group are going to reset to 0, and the process is going to start all over again. So that's why it's really important to think of balance with your teams. If you have a good, strong group, let's say your left group, you got points coming up periodically and the team is growing, but your right side is weaker, then that's where you need to focus. You need to focus on building your right side with consumers and work on balance, because that's when you're going to then start receiving commissions on a regular basis. And that'll swing. Sometimes your right side's better than your left side, and sometimes, you know, your left side's better. It'll swing back and forth. So let's say you had 300,000 points and you had 50 million points in your left side. That's a lot of points. And you finally got 300,000 points in your right side. What's your score going to be? It's going to be 15, and you're going to get $52.50. Do you know I have some members that have 140 million points in their left side, and they have 150,000 points in their right side. The amount of money that was on the table that they're going to lose now, when they get a score of 15, they're going to get $52.50. So we got to work on balance. Always focus on balance. So in India, the commission chart is this way. Now, I've always been curious about India, because from the time India opened in 2020, the commissions have been set to 3,964 INR. And I always was curious, why is it always the same commission? Now I know it's because of the N value. In India, the N value is 264.27 INR per point. So if you have 10,000 points in your account or more, all the way up to 299,900 points in your personal account, and you finally get 3 lakh on your left side and 3 lakh on your right side, you'll get a score of 5 points. And that's 1,321 INR, or Indian rupee. Now, if you have 3 lakh in your own personal account, and you get 3 lakh on your left and 3 lakh on your right, you're going to get a score of 15. And that's where you're going to get the maximum score for the category of 300,000 personal points in your own personal account. So it's very important to set a goal, especially for new people, to get to 3 lakh points in your own personal account as soon as possible. For those of you in America and Newfoundland, 300,000 is 3 lakh in India. So a lakh is 100,000. So 3 lakh, 300,000. So if you had 700,000 lakh or 700,000 points in your personal account, or 7 lakh, and you had 7 lakh in your left, 7 lakh in your right, you're going to get a score of 30. And that's 7,928 INR. So you can see the benefit of working on balance in our downlines. Eventually, the points will come up and you will get the commissions. So if you had 3 lakh in your personal account and you had 6 crow, I think that's how you say that, in your left side, and you had 3 lakh in your right side, you're going to get a score of 15, which is that 3,964 INR. So again, you can see that it's based off of your weaker leg. Your score is always based off of the side that's lower. So in this case, you get a 15 score point commission. So just wanted to share that with you, with everybody. Focus on, your teams, focus on that balance, and continue to work on building your why, and focus on growing your teams, and it will definitely happen. So I have a feeling regarding the end value that Atomy is going to set that for every country eventually. So right now they did it for the US, and in other countries it fluctuates still. But I think eventually the goal is that they're going to set the end value, because then that way it's not going to fluctuate for people. So I think that's going to happen. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will do our company motto, and we will call it a night, a day, get our day started. I'm going to get mine started with another cup of coffee. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for coming to today's meeting. I really appreciate you, and thank you for all that you do. And if there's anything I can ever do to help you grow your team, let me know. If you want to have a one-on-one Zoom meeting with me, if you want to bring your friends and family so that they can learn, I'll gladly schedule a separate Zoom meeting with you. I am available for that. Yes, Sunil.
So Saturday we have our one-day seminar here in India, New Delhi.
Oh, wonderful. That's right. Yeah. So this Saturday in New Delhi, let's all go to the one-day seminar.
Yes.
And then at the end of the month in May, we'll go to the one-day seminar in Minnesota. How about that? Huh?
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Get your passports ready. Get them ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that, unmute yourselves and let's do our company motto. Company motto ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go. Cherish the spirit.
Cherish the
Cherish the
spirit,
spirit.
Create the
create the
vision.
vision,
Create the
Create the
vision.
vision.
Follow the faith.
follow the faith,
Serve in humility.
serve in humility.
Aja, aja,
Aja,
aja.
aja, aja,
Ciao,
vamos,
ciao, ciao. Vamos,
ciao.
vamos, vamos. Veldam, veldam,
Well done,
veldam.
well done.
Thank
I know a couple of those, but that's about all I know. All
Thank
right,
you
my
very much.
friends. Have a great day. I'll send the worksheet out so everybody can start working, and then next week let's hear some of your my whys. And thank you to all of those who shared today.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Bye.
Bye.